Right. Hi, Najee. How are you, my love?
Hey Claudia, I'm doing awesome. How are you?
Really happy to see you. I haven't seen you for so long.
I know this whole COVID-19 stuff has been going on.
I know, right? A beautiful time for us to go within, right? And to really
Absolutely.
learn and open up. So, talking about opening, let's open the space first. Okay? Just close your eye. And here we're going to call all the beings of light, our higher self, council of light, extraterrestrials, beings of light, brother and sisterhood of light, Kuan Yin, the goddess of compassion, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Uriel Gabriel, the animal kingdom, Pachamama Madrecita, for this conversation interview to go all the way to everybody who needs it. And this message opening compassion and love for everybody that's out there. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you, Najee, for taking the time, for being here with us. So, what you have been doing these days, my love?
What I've been doing these days, I've really been going within, like you said. These times I've really been doing a lot of self-examination and really just being able to notice and monitor my own self. Because I'm really big on self-awareness. My motto is self-awareness is the master key to access answers internally. And a lot of times we want to change and solve our problems, but how can we do that? And if knowledge is power, self-knowledge is ultimate power. So I'm definitely a fan of awareness and mindfulness and being able to simply pay attention to what's going on. And these times are bringing a lot of things up.
And so, it's been couple month, let's say a full month. What have changed within you
Mm.
in this month?
What has changed within me, I've become a lot more aware of my emotions. That's been my main thing. I've been sharpening and enhancing my own intuition. And especially since there's less people to actually talk to and interface with, I'm starting to strengthen the connection. And I'm becoming very aware, very mindful of the dialogue of exactly how I communicate with myself, or more particularly, what I'm communicating with myself with. Just monitoring the quality of that connection. That's been the biggest thing.
I like that. Very good. Very good. So Najee, I met him at Bagua, and really interesting, full of life, pure love. This man, all the time, like open, very giving, and he's an incredible tarot reader. And I think he's very intuitive, he connect with the spirits, with Council of Light, and he connect with what is around the individual. So the work that he does is very profound, and I love the readings that he have done to me and many other clients of Bagua Center. So tell us about all what you do with us at Bagua Center and how you can help community through us.
All right. So what at the Bagua Center, I am the one of the tarot card readers there, but more than just reading the cards, I do tarot readings for self-awareness. And because I am a board certified life coach, I call it coaching through the cards. And a lot of times people come asking about the future and something that hasn't happened yet. And I say, well, it's a lot better for you to find out what's going on right now. And when you can find out what's going on right now, that's simply a pattern. So I help the clients discover the unconscious patterns that keep them stuck in the cycle. And like I said before, self-awareness is the master key. When you're able to use that key to unlock yourself, you can make the changes now. and we make the changes now, the future changes now. So it's really about helping the clients discover what's keeping them stuck, what's holding them back, what's keeping them blocked, but not in an airy fairy way, in a very down to earth, very practical way where they can say, I have this and I can do something about this.
Okay, that's true, but he also touched the past. If you needed to know something about the past or something about the future, he does really bring it to you. He opens up the records, the Akashic records, and bring this message to you. But I agree with you. The most important is to really resolve the now, because in the past we can go back and fix it in the way that we see the past, and in the future we can change it the way that we act right now. So the most important is that now. I agree with you, and that's why we are in this cocoon working in our now, which is
Exactly.
perfect timing to get a tarot reading. And
Exactly.
so how long you been doing it?
I've been doing this for 5 years.
Very
And
good.
yeah, it was very interesting how I would say stumbled upon it, but there's no accidents, only synchronicities. And I remember I was talking to somebody and they mentioned something about tarot, and I just pushed it off, and I was like, it's whatever. But I caught myself, and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm being judgmental right now. Like I was monitoring that conversation even then, and it was like, wait, I don't really know what the heck tarot even is. So I'm like, let me look it up, and instead of making assumptions and being judgmental, let me see what it really is. And when I found out what it was, it's literally a system of pattern recognition for us to heal trauma, stop drama, and end karma. So I was like, whoa, that's awesome. So what I did is the system tarot is like a repository for all this information that I've already been studying: astrology, numerology, chakra systems, metaphysical principles. Literally, I was able to take all this knowledge and concepts and apply them and mix them into cards so I can actually help people with the knowledge instead of them just being standalone concepts. So me having to check myself is how I got into the tarot.
Very good. That's very, very, very good. Um, so can you guide us a little bit what type of tarot you do and um, how long you need for a tarot reading? So we will do it online right now because it's the way that should be, but we're gonna be open very soon. So Bagua is gonna be open. Today I woke up and I decide we need to open. It's time, guys. It's time. But for now, we offer online readings. So how long could be a reading with you, and what type of tarot you use?
Oh, I'm glad that you asked me. I have my favorite deck, which is called Tarot Illuminati.
I love.
And check out that. Look how beautiful that is.
Well,
The
that
images.
so I hope no people doesn't get confused with the Illuminati cabal thing. It's
Yeah.
completely different, okay? Nothing to
Yes.
do with it.
Nothing whatsoever. Illuminati simply means to illuminate. And as we know, we can take a word or a term and we can make it mean whatever we want it to mean. And a lot of people have done that. But this is not associated to anything satanic or anything whatsoever like that. And the readings that I offer there's two types of readings. There's the 30-minute reading, and there's the hour reading. And the 30-minute reading, we really start to outline what the situation is, so the person or the client can get crystal clear on what's actually going on. And the hour reading starts to add the extra. So not only do we find out what's going on, we start to find out, well, what are the strategies so you can actually start to change things. And once we figure out the strategies that can be applied in a very methodical way, in a very practical and applicable way, then the person can actually monitor the change that starts to occur from the reading forward.
How long is the reading?
Oh, there's two readings. One is 30 minutes and the other one is 60 minutes.
Perfect. And can you do a little mini reading for us right there? Can you shuffle those cards and get like 3 cards and see what's going on for the public? Not for me, but for the public, for what's happening in the world right now, what people need to hear right now with 3 cards.
Absolutely. All right, I have my cards with me right now, so I'm
Shuffle
gonna,
those.
yeah, I'm gonna shuffle these, but I'm only gonna use the major arcana
And why is that?
because the major arcana gives us the big themes. These are the major patterns in our life,
Perfect.
and the minor arcana, obviously, there are a lot more cards, and they give us the minor details. And because this is a general reading, I wanted to see the big themes, and the big themes they trickle down into all of our
Fair
lives.
enough. Fair enough.
All right. And as I shuffle the cards, the one thing that really mess people up is they think, how can it be random? How can the random shuffling of random cards give an answer? And the answer is quite simple. There's no such thing as random. We live in a universe of interconnected energy. And once we start to recognize that we live in a system where everything is interconnected, there are patterns. And those patterns, they affect all of us at the most basic level and at the most profound level. And that really goes over a lot of people's head. These cards were designed specifically to take 14 different sciences and arts and combine them together. So there's a lot of thought for thousands of years, if not hundreds of years, put into what we're looking at here. And if a picture's worth 1,000 words, then 3 cards gives us 3,000 words. So just keep that in mind.
Very good. Thank you for that.
Yes, yes. Alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and pull first card. All right, we drew the Alchemist upside down.
The
Well,
Alchemist. Upside
well, a
down.
lot of people they'll do like a past, present, and future reading, and I'll go along the same line. So when we're looking at this, the Alchemist, it was drawn upside down, but the Alchemist is really, the card is really telling us this is about getting to know yourself. The Alchemist is holding the wand, which is symbolic of our desires, the sword, which is our thinking, the pinnacles, which is our actions, and the cups, which is our emotions. So our thoughts, emotions, actions, and our desires. And this is about getting to know them. And when this card is upside down, this is talking about us operating in a state of unawareness and operating in a state of ignorance. And ignorance simply means you don't know. And when we're looking at this in terms of the past card, this is telling us a lot of us have been operating from a place of unconsciousness. We've been listening to the news, to our mom, our dad, the school systems, whoever, some external authority, and we really haven't given ourselves the time to truly enter and understand, not just understand, who we truly are. And when we operating from a state of ignorance, well, we drew the world card. I'm gonna flip this over. The world card is about completion of a cycle. And
Did we
when we're
do, did you go it upside down again, this one?
yes,
The world?
yeah, it's upside down, but I want people to just to see it first.
Yes, yes, please. Yes, sure.
Yeah. The world card is talking about the completion of a cycle. This is associated to Aquarius. And Aquarius is all about forward thinking. What the heck does this even mean? Well, when this card's upside down, we drew 2 cards upside down. So this is telling us when we're in a state of ignorance, it's hard for us to complete a cycle. It's hard for us to get to the next level, whether that's 5D, whether that's getting a promotion, whether that's us having inner peace inside of our life. It doesn't matter what it is. When we're completely out of control and we're giving our power away and we're pretending to be a victim and we're operating on unconscious patterns, what ends up happening is that we end up being stuck in a loop. And we're not able to actually get to the next level that we want to get to. Now, what does that mean for everybody out there? That simply means, imagine, if you have no idea of what's really affecting your thoughts, your emotions, what ends up happening? What ends up happening is that you just keep going around the same circles. And then you keep asking the same questions of doing the same things. And they tell us insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result. And a lot of times we get caught up doing the same things, and then we get mad at ourselves, and we become very judgmental. We beat ourselves up, and we start to operate from fear. So what these 2 cards are telling us is that instead of operating from fear, instead of us just being out of control and just going to do what somebody says, this is telling us that we really want to take a step back and see why we're doing what we're doing. Now, to move forward, to synthesize these two cards, moving forward to this card, this is the Chariot. The Chariot is associated to the moon, and the moon rules Cancer. This card is about being able to gain emotional momentum. And it doesn't matter what people say, they say it's a man's world, but no, women rule it, and emotions push everybody forward. We buy, we do, we move as a species based off our emotions. We can say, oh, it's logical all day, but we're moved by our emotions. And this card is about gaining emotional momentum and being able to move fast. Now, what the heck does that even mean? When we're looking at this, this is starting to paint a story, because this is just 3 cards, but these 3 cards in the context is put to creating a story. When we are unaware of ourselves, it's hard for us to complete the cycle, or whatever cycle that we're in, whatever stage of our life that we're in, and we end up, instead of being responsive to life, we become reactive. And when we're reactive to life, well, guess what? If the news says this and we jump, we emotionally, boom. Somebody says this, and our mom sends us a text about COVID, boom, and somebody, boom, 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 boom. And now we get split. And our attention, our time, our emotion, our energy, our effort, everything gets pulled. And we end up being pulled by life instead of being in charge of our own life. And to really be in charge of our own life, what does that really mean? That means being in charge of your own mind. Well, how can you be in charge of your own mind? You've got to figure out what's going on. You see, he's studying right there. And it's not even just he, it's he or she. This is you. This is all of us. Getting to know ourselves at the deepest level. And guess what? This is perfect, because we're looking at the time. A lot of the distractions of drinking and smoking and sexing and clubbing, all these things are gone, at least for the moment. And we're in this moment where we can, instead of going out, we get to go within. And when we go within, we start to see, well, what's really going on? And this takes time. We've been in quarantine for a month, 2 months now. This takes time. And when we recognize, hey, we start to be able to find out, to think critically about our own selves and not just judge ourselves and bash ourselves, we really get to see what drives us, what pulls on us emotionally. And that may be our dad, that may be our mom, that may be the person in the house. And what this reading is really showing us is that people are going to recognize what pushes their buttons and then why. Well, what the heck does that mean? Who cares? Well, guess what? When you're in a situation in a house with people and you're constantly being triggered, you'll start to recognize, man, I feel out of control. Wait a minute, there's some things, I'm always busy on the go, but now I'm being forced to face the things that start to push me, that drive me, that irk me, that irritate me. Now you have time to do something about it. And when you recognize that you have the time to do something about it, well, now the question is, what do you really want to do? And I personally say that I firmly believe that pain travels through families until there's that one who's strong enough to hold it and to heal it. And I call those people the chosen ones. And the chosen ones are going to want to do something about this. They're going to want to say, hey, I don't want to remain in a system of ignorance. I don't want to remain stuck doing the same things over again. I don't want to remain enslaved or entrapped to somebody always poking at me or pushing my buttons, or someone who has control over me. And they say words can't hurt, but we already know that's not true. Somebody says something and we get triggered, and now my stand inner peace is gone. So we really want to be able to look underneath the surface and start to see what are the things that influence us. And some of you guys have already seen that just from the news, from the text that you guys have been getting, how much fear has been coming up out of you, how someone's been able to pull you in one direction, another direction, and now all the stress and this overwhelm starts to build up. And it's like, well, what's true? What's true? What do I believe? Well, when you learn how to go within, well, guess what? It starts to become a lot easier for you to find out what's true. You get to consult with your own spirit, with your higher self. You get to consult with your own spirit guides. You get to consult with your own inner self. So you can say, hey, you know what? Well, this is what I believe. And instead of being stuck in that cycle, you get to say, no, this is how I want to proceed. I'm going to be the person who's calling the shots. And this is the beautiful moment in time. And to wrap all these cards up, it's going to summarize all that. This is justice. We really get to see what tips our scales. And when we get tipped out of balance, what brings us back into balance? And that's a question. What brings us into balance and what takes us out of balance? And I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, since this quarantine started, there's been a whole lot of little life lessons. The universe has a funny way of just boop, testing you to see what's going to happen and how you're going to respond to it. And now everybody's being tested. All the love and
All
light.
of us.
Oh yeah.
All of us. All of
We're
us.
being tested.
So that's the 4 cards you took for us. Like, wow, you shuffle those cards and that's what you took. Amazing. So you guys, Najee is really, really, really good at what he does. He does it with the heart, with the knowledge, as you see, and it's really important now to get those tools and connect with people like him, that we can help you. We can really help you to decode what's happening, because maybe you're in so much fear or in so much anger that you can really can think it straight. So that's why we are here, to give you guidance, because ultimate the information and the answers is always within you.
Yes.
So what we do is to pass and to be that conduit of light of information, but you will discover through your own self what you can do. So the tarot or the sound and the many different tools that we use is to help you to decode what is out there for you.
Yes.
So it's very important. So Najee is with us at Bagua Center, 30 minutes or an hour of reading. You can find him on the website, or you can call us, you can send us an email. As well, you're going to have discounts because of the situation that is going on. Also, we're going to have package, like different practitioners together, so you will get discounts from 15% to 30% off. So be in tune of all the things that we're going to do for you guys. We want to help you. If you need help, let us know, reach out. If you don't have any money, we can help you as well. We are here to help. This is the time that we are here to offer our help. So let us know how we can help you. That was a beautiful reading. That was very, very nice. So how we can find you, and which dates and what time we can have, people can look for your readings here at Bagua Center.
Oh, right now, simple. All you guys have to do is you can reach me at Spirit Guide Najee. So Spirit Guide Najee.
No. They're gonna reach you through Bagua, honey.
Oh yeah, of course.
This is through Bagua.
This
is through Bagua. So this is gonna be through Bagua, BaguaCenter.com.
Of course,
what we're gonna do.
Of course, through Bagua. And for the readings, all you guys have to do is contact Bagua, schedule the reading, and we are an interesting time, so we can definitely work something out. We can go and see to work with your schedule, and right now we're going with the flow, so we can definitely work something out.
Yes, we can help you out. But yeah, Najee is everywhere, but through this we're gonna do it through Bagua.
Absolutely.
All right, my love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time and being here today. And remember, guys, be in your heart, be open just to receive. Just be open to the knowledge there and every answers that you have within you. It's not as you think you don't know. Some people, I don't know anything about spirituality. I don't know about tarot. But we have lived in so many different lives that we know a lot. And from those who doesn't believe in past life, in this lifetime, you have learned so many different things. And now with the world the way that it's going right now. So just going within and use all these tools is just perfect. All right. So
All right.
Najee, thank you so much, my love, for
Absolutely.
being here and being present and doing your work as a healer and using these beautiful tools. So I thank you, and I'm going to have a reading with you soon, maybe online. So guys, be tuned. And namaste. We're going to close the space, saying thank you for all the beautiful beings that came today, beautiful beings of light, Pachamama, Madrecita, archangels, angels, extraterrestrials, beings of light, your council of light, your higher self, and every beautiful being that is around. I thank you. I thank you, brother, for everything you do for humanity. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Everybody take care.
Okay.